Well, hello there. Ever been to Tenerife, or are you going to Tenerife on a cruise ship? Well, we've been, and thought you'd tell you a little bit about it in case you're going. So if that interests you, then watch on. Well, hello there. I'm Mama Jane's husband, and yet again, I've been left to do this video all on my own um, for reasons which you may or may not know about. But Mama Jane at the moment has got a brain tumor. We've done some videos about it, so you know what's occurring. And she finds it difficult at most days to be able to record the video. So at the moment, I'm doing them on my Todd. Anyway, this one's about Tenerife. Now, we were in Tenerife as part of a P&O cruise, and P&O have got quite the setup in Tenerife. I think they do fly cruises from Tenerife, so they've got an established presence and are well set up in the cruise terminal there. Now, we went to Tenerife as part of another cruise, so we didn't embark from Tenerife. So I can't tell you what that experience is like, but the whole place looked well organized. Yeah, I could see how cruising out to Tenerife could work quite well. Now, the thing is that you can walk into Tenerife from the cruise port. It's about 10 minutes. It's a nice walk, as you almost immediately will encounter cafes and bars. And there's this huge fountain area as well, which is quite nice. And then as soon as you pass that, you're into a big shopping area based around a few long streets coming into squares and everything. So fairly simple if you want to have a shopping and a cafe bar culture experience from Tenerife. Just walk off the ship, go in, and I think you'll have a really good time. We did with an ice cream, with a beer, with some coffee and some cake, and we had a bit of a wander around and everything. And I could see how you could spend the whole day in Tenerife. No need for a shore excursion, really. However, we saw a shore excursion offering the chance to see some whales. Well, and also do a snorkel swim. So before we had a look around Tenerife, we went on this cruise excursion. And we had to get on the bus, and it took us about an hour to another part of the island where quite a few companies actually were doing cruise excursions and trips for people not on cruises to go and see these whales or dolphins. And you go through Canary Islands, and it's a typical Canary Island experience. The ride and also the scenery. So you've got to remember the Canary Islands are quite volcanic, so at times the scenery can be quite stark. Some of the islands are quite hilly. So yeah, but if you've never been to the Canary Islands alone, you'll find the journey interesting. And we go to this resort where we got on a catamaran, a very large catamaran, run by a company called FreeBird. Okay, and if you're a Lynyrd Skynyrd fan, FreeBird means something else. But I was encouraged by the fact that it was named after a Lynyrd Skynyrd song. So there you go, FreeBird. Now, the thing is, there were other non-P&O guests on this catamaran, so it's not exclusive to the people on the cruise excursion. Other people will join us, okay? Join you. Now, another captain who worked for FreeBird and was already out on a catamaran had already spotted some dolphins. So we headed out to where the dolphins were, and also there were a group of pilot whales there as well. Now, just so you understand, these are pilot whales, not humpback whales. You're not going to see blue whales on this trip. You're not going to see big whales. You'll see from my videos and photos, the whales, these pilot whales are quite small, but they're still whales, okay? So I really enjoyed it, really enjoyed my time. I got some good video, got some good photos, and yeah, it was pretty amazing actually. So some of our party were disappointed that they weren't the giant whales that we were seeing, but hey ho, I thought it was still fantastic. Then afterwards, we headed to a more sheltered cove where we could swim off the back of the boat. Now, this was the first time I'd done this. I was excited, nervous, worried. How would this go? Anyway, in I went, and it was amazing. I had a fantastic time. Took my first ever underwater photo and film of the fish. It was a great experience. Now, the only thing I would say is there was a strong current and you have to be careful. I was an okay swimmer at the time, better swimmer these days because I've been practicing. But I have to say the staff were on the ball and the health and safety was very well managed. So you just have to be careful of this current. It could take you out, and a few people had to have a life buoy thrown to them so they could be pulled back in. But there were plenty of staff on board. It was a large catamaran, and if there'd been anybody in genuine trouble, they'd have been in like a shot to help you. So no worry about that. And then once everyone was back on board and we were making our way back to land, we had a sandwich and a lager, which seemed to be included. So that was jolly nice as well. A very satisfying experience. Yeah, ham sandwich and a lager complimentary. So we had a great day in Tenerife, really. And to cap it all, we ended up having a lovely nighttime sail away. So, can't wait to go back to Tenerife sometime. But for now, it's a goodbye just from me, Mama Jane's husband. So, bye-bye.